Today we study organizational management and uh, what areas will be covered along with the concepts and integrations. We'll see. So organizational structure basically is the whole setup of the enterprise, how you lay out uh, the plan of the whole company. And um, it also actually places the departments and job roles, positions, and people. And all of this is interconnected. And in that interconnectivity, we have dependencies, reporting lines. Okay, that we'll see. So why we actually want to have an organization so that we can have a control over every part of the component, that which includes personnel development, compensation planning, and workflows. So you can plan it out and execute these workflows. So organizational management, basically it's establishing how an organization works, how the workflows are maintained, and the processes that are related. Reverse engineering is one area where we can study how the layout is being executed in an organization. That will clarify all the reporting structures and the components. So the reporting lines in an organizational structure, the relationships are basically interrelated, and departments work with people. Those people occupy positions, and those positions have roles to describe that position. Plan version code. Now, what is this basically? Let's go back and see. 30. Okay, let's move forward. The dependencies and interconnectivity, the relationships basically between the units and positions and people basically are all established in SAP HCM, and all of this are basically working together. And these are basically symbolized with object keys that we see over here. Units, yes, these are departments, and departments will have sub-departments. And if we have to go and see PO10, let's see if it allows us, because uh, it has logged out. PO10. Okay, PO10 current plan. Now, what is this current plan? KFC, Pakistan, Lawrenceburg. What are these? This is basically the uh, version on which we will base our configuration. Now, this plan will be, since we are configuring high noon, so this plan will be called high noon plan. But since this is a shared server, we cannot actually move away from this one. So we'll keep it current. Okay, and uh, all of our configuration will be based on this one, this plan. Let me okay. For example, Walmart. Let's see this. Enter. So we have object, which is the Walmart as a company, and then it has a relationship as well, the interconnectivity. So let's see what is that interconnectivity. And all of these features are basically called info types in HCM, and info types are the heart and soul of uh, HCM. So this is the line, this Walmart as a unit is a line supervisor of organizational unit, which is HR department, Walmart. So this is basically supervising HR department. And these relationship object types like B, if we go back and if we actually look at the keys, organizational unit O, job C, positions S, cost center K, P persons. Okay. So these are the object keys. Now, relationship type, again, there are various relationship types that will be maintained between departments and units. And these will be reports to line supervisor of A02, B02. Now, 02, this is relationship. Now, relationship is either it's reporting or it's getting reported to. Okay. For example, line supervisor, incorporate, supervisor, superior of supervised by reserve pool assignments. You can have your own as well, but this is by default given by SAP. Okay. Now let's go back. Jobs basically are job descriptions for every position that is being occupied and existing in the organization. Okay. Like job for a manager, it will outline all the tasks and SOPs and KPIs. Buyer will have their own set of KPIs. Secretary will have own set of KPIs and SOPs. Now, position is basically taking influence from the job description, and positions are held by people. Okay. Cost centers, yes, they record expenses being incurred by departments, and these cost centers also record the payrolls, the expenses, the benefits, the taxation, everything, salary, commissions, everything is recorded at the cost center level. Every department will be represented by a cost center in the finance area. People, persons, this will have this will have its own set of info types, which is features like personal information, organizational assignment like units, which department this person is working at, working times, basic pays, address. These are info types, and this will be maintained in the system. Okay, like as we see over here, the layout, the executive board is there, the HR, HOD, HR is there, and then there's this person who is basically occupying this position, okay, in this department, and we have object keys like position, person, object, organizational object, and so on. This is how a layout will be designed in SAP HCM. And this is the interrelationship between departments, jobs, positions, and every part component of this layout basically is connected with every other department, starting from organizational units, basically going down to the person who occupies this position. And then we have a cost center, which actually reflects all the details of the expenses and payrolls and everything finance related. Then we have top down and bottom up relationship between objects, and these objects can be sub objects like departments, sub departments, jobs, and positions. Some objects will be reporting to an object, and some objects will be working under an object. So bottom up is reporting to, and top down is supervisor of. That is the relationship we maintain. So as we have seen, B02 is line supervisor of, A02 is supervising superior to. These are some of the object relationships that will be maintained between various departments. So the plan of an organization is what SAP HCM consultant will have to mastermind later on to establish a workable plan, a workable layout for the organization that is logical and which is existing on the paper will be reflected in SAP as well. And this is how we will bring the layout in SAP and it will be designed. This is the hierarchy. We'll also see how this hierarchy is produced. objects are maintained through info types, and info types are features. Okay, so features or info types are basically having various functions like create, change, display, copy, and so on. So we have a control over the units, jobs, positions, and that will be configuring later on in HCM. Okay. Now let's go on and see what exactly are the relationships, the transaction codes, PA30. I hope this works. Then we'll see PA40. Working very slow still. No, it has not responded, so let's stop.